The problem with believers concerning freedom, those wearing the lenses of blind faith, is that they cannot see the truth. Believers look at freedom as something the pious are entitled to, even when the lie presents itself front and center. Believers still believe that the United States is a free country with free people, despite the fact that we are ranked 33rd out of 185 in the world for social freedom and 26th in the world for economic freedom. The number of laws on the books in the U.S. is estimated to be around 1 million. Brief summary of what a law does. The system of rules which a particular country or community recognizes as regulating actions of its members, and which it may enforce by imposition of penalties, regulating actions of its members. In other words, 1 million cases of thou shalt not. This is the antithesis of freedom. You live under a list of privileges and mistake them for freedoms. Much of this erasing of freedoms comes under the heading of culture wars. How is this possible? Only in the Christian religion can you take a symbol of torture, restraint, and death and revere this symbol as that of freedom. Carl Jung said that the unconscious works with symbols, not words. The symbol of the Roman cross is that of zero freedom, and it was used to crucify hundreds of thousands in a slow and painful death, a death that first robbed them of the freedom to move and act as they wished. They died a slow death, usually on public display for others to see and proclaim. This is what happens when you defy church state. The entire Judeo-Christian Bible is a propaganda pamphlet describing what it is that makes you a pile of human dung, mostly of behaving in a manner fitting to humans for thousands of years. Christianity is a religion that binds your ability to think for yourself or see the truth. Dissent within the church is not condoned or tolerated. While being told that it is built upon the truth, it is a religion made up of one law or rule after another that says you shalt not do this or that or the other thing, all the while telling you that you have been set free. The problem with believers is that they are not allowed to think for themselves. They are bound to the cross. Believers mistake being allowed to do something as freedom, even though in many cases they must obtain permission from an authority to engage in that so-called freedom. Believers have lost the true meaning of freedom because they believe what they are told, that you are free, even though you are not free. Some of the most mundane choices have been regulated. And when you see regulated, read controlled. When you see controlled, read lack of freedom. Your behavior is controlled at every turn and you're okay with it, because as a believer, you have given up your ability to determine what is good or bad for you. You lack freedom to determine your own morality. You have agreed to indentured servitude. The problem with believers concerning freedom is that they will become angry with the messenger and fail to consider the message. I implore all of the believers that have listened to this to become seekers of the truth. If your beliefs are valid, they will stand up to a barrage of inquiries and examinations. Now do the same to the men and women that run this country in the name and manner of Judeo-Christian Church. Do they stand for freedom, or do they represent the high priest of this psycho belief system and only exist to say, thou shalt not?